Hello, everyone, and welcome to our English learning podcast on the Learn English at Home channel. Today, we're exploring the fascinating world of digital advertising. Have you ever wondered why you see certain ads online? Or how companies know what you like? Stay tuned as we talk about the story, explain key vocabulary, and connect these ideas to your daily life.
Hi, listeners. That's right. Digital advertising is everywhere from your favorite social media apps to the websites you visit. We'll break down a story about how digital ads work and help you learn some important new words. Feel free to leave us a comment about your own experiences with online ads.
Let's start with the story. Digital advertising has become a phenomenal tool for companies that want to communicate with customers and grow their sales. Did you know that in 2015, digital ad spending in the US was about half as much as traditional ad spending?
That's amazing! But in recent years, digital ad spending has grown even more. Now, it's almost equal to all other types of advertising combined. The story says digital advertising's success can be credited to the many ways it's changed the industry.
Now let's explain that word credited. When something is credited to someone or something, it means people say it happened because of them. For example, a team's victory can be credited to good teamwork.
Exactly. In this case, digital advertising's success is credited to how it's changed, not just the ads themselves, but also who sees them and when. It's a whole new way of doing business online.
So, how do digital ads work? It all starts with customer data and automation. Sophisticated programs collect people's online data to build profiles of potential customers.
These programs collect lots of information, like what websites you visit, your contact details, and even what you buy. Then, this information is organized and analyzed in a process called analytics.
Do you know what analytics means? Let's pause and explain. Analytics is when a computer examines information using math to find patterns. Companies use analytics to learn what customers want or need.
Right. So, analytics helps advertisers decide what messages, images, or videos will appeal to different people. For example, if you often shop for sports shoes, you might see more ads for running gear.
Let's make this practical. Imagine you're shopping online for a jacket. The advertisers know which brands you look at, how long you look at each product, and even which websites you use most.
That's true. All this data helps advertisers choose the best platforms to show you ads and what products to recommend. It's like having a salesperson who knows exactly what you want, but online.
And this level of detail is possible because of analytics and automation. Automation means using computer programs to do tasks without needing a human each time. It saves time and makes ads more personal.
Exactly. Automation is doing the heavy lifting, which means doing the hard work. It connects the right ad to the right person, often without anyone noticing.
Did you know that about 20% of digital advertising is done by one machine talking to another? For example, if you search for best restaurants near me on Google, then see restaurant ads on Facebook that's targeted advertising.
That's a great example. Automated programs retrieve your data and figure out which ads will have the biggest impact. This process can execute an ad strategy without any direct human input.
Let's pause here. Execute means to carry out or do something. So, when we say automation can execute an ad strategy, we mean it can make all the decisions and actions needed for the ad campaign.
With so many devices and people using the internet, automation is becoming even more important. And as we move forward, this trend will only continue to grow.
Speaking of growth, the story says that as mobile devices multiply, digital advertising becomes even more powerful. In 2019, over 5 billion people used mobile devices.
That's a huge audience for advertisers. And with geolocation technology, they can see exactly where you are. Let's explain geolocation. It's a tool that shows your location when you use the internet, especially on a cell phone.
So, if you're walking in a new city and searching for a coffee shop, you might see ads for nearby cafes. That's geolocation in action, helpful for both customers and businesses.
It also means advertisers can target people more accurately. Instead of sending the same ad to everyone, they can send special offers to people who are nearby or likely to visit soon.
But, with so much advertising everywhere, it's hard for companies to stand out. Many people ignore pop-up ads, banner ads, and texts. Let's explain banner ad.
A banner ad is an advertisement that stretches across the top of a web page. It's usually bright and eye-catching, but sometimes people just skip over it.
To cope, advertisers try more subtle approaches. They use something called non-disruptive advertising, which doesn't interrupt your experience. But can ads really be non-disruptive? That sounds like an oxymoron.
Good question. An oxymoron is when two opposite words are used together, like jumbo shrimp. Here, non-disruptive advertising seems strange because ads usually interrupt us.
One common type of non-disruptive ad is native advertising. These are ads that look like regular articles or posts. For example, infographics or news articles that are actually ads.
Let's explain infographic. An infographic is a picture or diagram that explains information. So, an ad might use an infographic to share health tips, but really, it's promoting a product.
This can be tricky for viewers. Sometimes, it's hard to tell if you're reading real news or an advertisement. That's why some people worry about deception online.
Yes, deception means making someone believe something that isn't true. Some ads are designed to look like honest information, but they're really selling something.
Because of these concerns, many people want digital advertising to be more regulated. Let's explain regulate. It means to control an activity by using rules, often made by the government.
That's right. Consumer advocates say there should be stronger rules to protect people from misleading ads and to keep their data private. Regulation could help make digital advertising safer for everyone.
It's an important debate. On one hand, advertising helps businesses grow, but on the other, it's important to protect people's privacy and trust.
Exactly. It's a balance between business needs and customer rights, a challenge for our digital future.
As the story ends, it reminds us that technology is always the driving force in advertising. Printed ads became TV ads, and now TV ads are giving way to digital ads.
Advertisers keep evolving to stay competitive. Who knows what's next? Maybe ads will be even more personalized, or there will be new ways to protect privacy online.
It makes us think, how will technology change advertising in the next 10 years? And how can we, as consumers, stay informed about how our data is used?
Great questions. It's important to think critically about the ads we see and to understand both the benefits and challenges of digital advertising.
Now, let's recap the new vocabulary. First, expenditure means the total amount of money spent. For example, the company's advertising expenditure was very high last year.
Credit means to say something happened because of someone or something. Example, the teacher credited the students for their hard work.
Analytics is when computers use math to study information. For example, the team used analytics to find out which products were most popular.
Geolocation shows where you are using your phone. Example, my map app uses geolocation to find my location.
Banner ad is an ad across the top of a web page. Example, I saw a banner ad for shoes while reading the news.
Oxymoron is two opposite words used together. Example, bittersweet is an oxymoron.
Infographic is a picture that explains information. Example, the infographic showed how climate change affects the world.
Deception means making someone believe something untrue. Example, the magician's trick was a clever deception.
Regulate means to control with rules. Example, the government wants to regulate internet ads. Now, let's hear from you. How do you feel about digital advertising? Do you find it helpful, annoying, or maybe both? Have you ever noticed an ad that seemed made just for you? Share your thoughts with us.
Thank you so much for listening today. Remember, learning English is a journey, and every new word helps you understand the world better. Don't be afraid to try, make mistakes, and ask questions.
Keep practicing and use these new words in your daily conversations. The more you use English, the more confident you'll become. We believe in you.
Here's a quick tip before we go. Try reading online news or advertisements in English and look for the words we learned today. It's a great way to see them in action. See you next time, and happy learning!